What's up everybody, I'm Abatage and today I'm having a shot at Gundemonium Recollection. This is an indie action bullet hell side-scroller by Platine Dispositif. Sorry if I messed up that name, but it's a little hard for me. And published by Rockin Android. And it came out in 2011. So it's fairly old, but really cool. And it's one of 3 games that are in the Gundemonium Collection. And I'll be doing all 3 of them back to back, so check them out on the channel if you want to see the future ones coming out soon. And this game is pretty freaking awesome. It runs at a fairly low res, so apologies if it's upscaled and not looking great, but it looks great, I think, because it's all done with fantastic sprites and animations, and it just looks amazing, as you'll see when you get into the game. But let's have a quick look at the config. There's a few things you can do here. You can choose how many lives you want to have. If you do anything other than 3, it won't save your high score, so it's cool to play around with, but if you want to do it the proper way, or the normal way I guess, you do it with 3 lives. You got full screen or windowed, 32-bit, 16-bit, 60 frames, and you can take it down to 15 if you're having performance issues, but it runs perfectly at 60 frames, no worries, and it's fairly old now, so any recent hardware should be able to play this game, I reckon. Intermissions, so you can have the bits in between levels and that sort of stuff on or off. You've got different volume sliders, and the soundtrack you can go from original to the arranged version, which is a nice little feature, I think, because the soundtrack is pretty cool. It's very almost like J-poppy in a way, and this has a very anime type theme to it and all that kind of thing. This whole game, it's got that style, as in a good kind of bullet hell game. They have that kind of anime style, like a lot of the good ones and the real mental ones. You can rebind all the keys. You've got general shooting, you've got your mana action, which is a special power based on mana that runs out. You've got bombs that clear the level. You've got slow, which not really sure what slow does, but we'll try it out. Rapid fire. Not sure what that means. And you can pause and yeah. So that's cool, you can rebind the keys however you want. I am using a gamepad. Mission mode, there's no missions. I think you have to actually complete things to get that. Practice is a practice mode, as you can see, where you can select a level and go and play that. Continue will pick up from the level where you last played. So if you got fair way through, you can pick it up from that point. And obviously start game is to get into the game. Now there's 5 or 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 different characters you can play, and I think you can unlock another one as well. I haven't finished the game because it's so freaking hard, so I haven't unlocked anything. But this is the basic character, Aerith, and you can see there's a regular shot, which is her 2 pistols. You've got a mana ability, which is the wheel, that if you see when it demos through, it'll show you. And you've got a bomb, and her bomb is a big machine gun that drops down. Then you've got Earl types, and Earl types are kind of variations on the same person, the same character. And they've basically got different weapons and different abilities and that sort of thing. And then there's the last option where you can create your own custom Earl type, so you can base it off one of the 4 and then choose which guns you want to use and which abilities you want to use and that sort of thing. So you can make your own little combination of dudes if you want to. But I'm going to stick with Aerith because she's the default. We've got a bunch of different difficulty levels here. Novice and Revised limit. I don't know if you can read down the bottom there. Limit the phase level to 5, and basically as you play through each level or play through the game, as you kill enemies and do better, there's a phase level which will raise from 1 to 11. And that will progressively get the level harder as you go up those levels. So these easier levels like Novice limits it to phase mode 2. So it'll never get harder than phase mode 2. Revised, it'll only go to phase limit 5. And Unlimited, obviously, it'll go all the way up to 11. And Demonic it's fixed at level 11. Which we might have a look at in a bit, but we'll start with Revised just so that I can maybe get a little way into it. Now, there is a bit of a story behind each one, so check it out. I'm not going to go through it here, but check the description for links to the official website where you can find the game manual. And there's stories in the manual if you really want to find out the backstory. But for us right now, let's get in and play. So you can see down the bottom left there's the amount of bombs that I have. I currently have 3. You can pick them up in the level as well to replenish that. In the middle there's my mana bar, and if I shoot my mana weapon I can go like that. And this particular one shoots a wheel. But that mana will drain as you play through the game. Oh, oh. And this is proper good bullet hell stuff. All those pickups and things, they replenish your mana and things like that. This friction at the top here where my dude is now, that will increase when you get closer to projectiles and things. So the more you have a close scrape, essentially, the more that will increase. And that affects your pickups and that sort of thing. And how much you get out of everything you pick up. Oops, I got hit there. And I had to concentrate a little. So you can see at the very top left there's the phase level, and it's currently at level 4. Of course this is a limit of 5 being on this difficulty level, and let's drop a bomb. Nice. And that will go up and down depending on how you get hit or not, or how long you survive and how long you go hitting people and that sort of thing. You've got your regular shot, which is what I'm firing now. You've got a rapid shot, which is like that, but you can see I'm going red and heating up, and that will overheat as you use it. And I just died. I'm trying to run through all the features first to kind of show you what the deal is. Let's continue from where we were at. So this will continue back from the start of episode 1. And just while I run through the features and stuff, and then we'll try and do something a bit harder. So when you've got named enemies like this, they've got a health bar down the bottom that obviously needs to be drained to defeat them. And then you've got your regular enemies like these little pumpkin dudes, or, you know, other similar dudes. And they're all a bit weird and wacky, but the art is just awesome. I really like it. I think these sprites are pretty damn good looking. And as it's a bullet hell, it's just mental and goes nuts. And there's so much going on the screen that it's really hard to commentate. But that's cool. Each episode is made up of, I think, 4 areas. So you've got your regular stuff like this, and then you've got the final area is a boss fight. And the boss fights are proper boss fights, like they're good and hard, which is just what you want. So that ability I just activated then was called Demonic Shift, and I think that means that you can basically hold on to your mana for a while and drain all your mana pool for a big hit of lots of mana to get through some more difficult areas. And yeah, that's pretty much what you see is what you get though. I guess the last thing to mention is that because this is a bullet hell, there is that tiny hitbox. Like, you can see these are passing through my character fairly, you know, straightforward without really harming me. So the bit, like my hitbox is that little necklace around my neck which looks red. So if I get hit like that in that part, then I'll die. But it's really important to remember that with bullet hell games, because they will murder you if you don't, you know, do something different. But let's try a different one just to show you a little bit of different gameplay. So this one has these double guns called the drills. And again, you can see that red part right at the front under my chin. That's the part where if I get hit there, I'm dead. If I get hit anywhere else, it's fine. But this one's mana ability is that little dude who pops out. The bomb looks like this. And it's pretty cool. Obviously the levels keep getting harder and harder as you play through the game. God damn it. And like I said, I've never finished this game because it's just insane. And especially on some of the harder difficulties, it just escalates very, very quickly. But the whole reason I wanted to cover this game, wanted to do a video on it, and the others in the series, is that it's just so well put together that I can't really go past it. Like, it's one of those games that I play for a while and have a really good time and then keep coming back to, even though I'm not especially good at it. I can't seem to stop myself from coming back to it all the time, which I think is a very good sign of a good game, because I'm not one to really repeat games a lot, or, you know, if I get to a point where I just cannot get past, I tend to persist for a while, but then I will eventually give up. Oh god damn it. And this game requires way more concentration than I'm giving it right now. But let's try a higher difficulty, shall we? And we'll choose Elizabeth. And let's go unlimited just to see how it scales. Well, maybe we should try demonic next as well, because this won't last long, let's face it. So she's got this laser, and essentially where the laser's coming out is the hitbox. Rapid fire is a rapid fire laser. Mana is this, which is pretty cool. And her bomb is also very cool. Check that out. Super cool. But we have to concentrate. Shit. Ah. There we go, that got rid of it. And obviously you make a high score by getting combos and chains and that sort of thing. And so on this difficulty level we can see that I'm already up to phase level 7. Back down to 6 because I got hit. Let's get one of those in there. Fuck it, let's do another one. Phase level 5. And you can also see there's a bar at the top right where it shows you your progression through the area, that blue bar that's just about disappeared now. So you can see that we're almost at the end of the area for this episode, and we'll head on to the next one now. You can get new lives and that sort of stuff. If you hit 1,000,000 points, I think you get a bonus life. And we're currently on 734,000. Probably because I'm using bombs. Ah, and there we go. So that was a little bit harder. Now let's try it one more time but we'll do it on the hardest difficulty just for shits and giggles. Let's go with... I kind of liked her because she was fast, but I'm thinking maybe we'll try this one. And we'll do it on demonic difficulty. Okay, so she shoots pretty slow, but pretty powerfully. Oh, and holy crap, demonic is difficult. Let's see what her mana is. Ah! Bomb. Thank you. Jesus. So yeah, that's demonic difficulty. It's pretty hard at phase 11. And I think that'll do us for Gundemonium Recollection. I mean, you can see what's been going on the screen. You'll know if it's something you're interested in or not fairly quickly, I'd imagine. It's definitely something I enjoy playing, no matter how good or bad I am at it. I think there's maybe 3 different levels. Oh, I forgot to turn off my Steam. There's maybe 3 different levels with 4 areas in each, and I've made it to maybe the 2nd. I think I've beaten the first boss, but I can't beat the 2nd boss. So, you know, it's hard as nails, and it'll kill you. So, yeah, keep that in mind. But it's really cheap. You can pick it up on Steam for like $4. Or you can pick up the whole Gundemonium collection for $10. So you save a couple of dollars if you get them all at once. And it's worth getting. But hey, I'll be going through the other 2 in the series, Gun Deadline and Hitogata Happa, in the next couple of one-shot videos. But for now, thank you so much for watching Gundemonium Recollection. I hope you enjoyed, and I think I'm done. Bye!